That works okay, I guess. I wanted to tell you a tale, my friends. So, figure I will take you with me. Oh, here's a cool place. I'm just gonna be parking here for a while. So, I want to tell you the story of one of the scariest things that has ever happened to me. Let me adjust this. Alright, so I was house sitting for a friend, and it was in a really bad neighborhood. He had these delightful people who lived upstairs. They were horrible. They screamed at each other. They threw things. You called the cops would come. Nothing would happen. Rinse and repeat. But he was on a trip with his girlfriend, and he was like, "Hey, can you watch my house for a while?" And I was like, "Okay, sure." So it was like for 3 days, and 2 days everything went fine. There was one drunk guy who tried to let him sleep on the couch, and I was like, no, I don't know you. But so on the last day, they decided to extend their trip, and there had been an outbreak of robberies. So I was kind of nervous. I was kind of a little edgy. So I had been sleeping on the couch, and I decided to, as a preventive measure, lock the front door and sleep in their bed. And I was planning on, washing the sheets and stuff after I was done. Just if I'm gonna sleep in your bed, I'm gonna clean your shit up for you. So, I'm getting ready for bed, take a shower, brush my teeth, get in bed, and I look over. At the time, the light was off. Why was the light off? There was a reason, because normally I sit up for a while with the light. But anyway, the light was off. I can't remember why. The bulb must have been burnt out or something. So anyway, I look, and the way this room is that there's like a shelf to the right of the door, and then you walk in, and the bed is facing the door. It was a very strange room. But so there were no windows. No, the bed wasn't facing the door. The bed was facing the closet door. Sorry, I was thinking of something else. Anyway, so the bed's facing the closet door, and I had left it open, apparently. I mean, that, because I would have noticed it if I'd closed it. So anyway, I was like, whatever, blah blah blah, get to bed. And I happened to glance over the closet, and there is a man in the closet just staring at me. And I started hyperventilating. I just like, and I had no idea what to do, because why was there this dude staying in the closet? And honestly, at first I thought it was Billy, who's this other drunk guy who lived in the apartment complex next door, and who also was always having like relationship issues. They constantly cheated on each other, and then they would get back together, and then they would break up, and it was just, it was a mess of humanity in there. I don't know what was wrong with all these people. They should have had their own soap opera or something. It was very strange. it was like basically the equivalent of Melrose Place, only without the coolness of Kimberly. So there's this guy staring at me, and I stare back because if I look away, he's gonna come out of the closet and attack me. Because seriously, why else would you be hiding in a closet unless you're gonna attack somebody? I mean, I didn't really know anyone else well enough for like to have somebody think that jumping out of a closet was a funny prank. And honestly, for a woman alone by herself in a fairly bad neighborhood, that's not a funny prank. So I'm sitting on the bed, hyperventilating, clutching the pillow, and he had told me that there was a baseball bat on the other side of the bed. So this would mean that I would have to move. The man in the closet would know that I would have to move. I mean, wow, I'm really good at telling stories. He would see me moving and he would obviously attack. So I was so scared, and I just kept on, hyperventilating. It's like I was trying to scream, only I couldn't scream. Has that ever happened to you? Like, you try to scream and all that comes out is yeah, that's basically what's happening. Oh yeah, and I was also hyperventilating. And then, to top it off, I had an asthma attack. So I'm sitting there wheezing and like trying to scream and crying and trying to kind of sidle along the bed to get the baseball bat, which then would be under the bed. So I had to figure out a way to move so this man wouldn't kill me and get to the baseball bat, and then I don't know, like throw it at him or wave it menacingly and speak in my outside voice. I honestly don't know what my plan was, but my only plan was that I could not let him kill me. And then, as I'm staring at the closet, I see something shifting. And I knew at that moment that he was going to kill me. That was going to be the last minute of my life. And you know how people say that, like, your life flashes before your eyes? That's not exactly what happened. All I got were, like, colors and smells, and I just started sobbing. Right, very, very dignified. I mean, there's somebody like wheezing in bed. Just to picture what happened. So I'm wheezing, I'm sobbing, I'm like hysterical. I'm imagining how fucked up it would be that this would be like the last moment of my life, and like the people who, like, the medical examiner would see my body and they would know I'm crying and think what a coward I was, and that would be it. That would be my story. I was a coward that died in bed because I let some fuck murder me. So, needless to say, I was very upset. And then I heard a creaking outside the room. And so I'm like, and like I managed to squeak something out, and then my friend like throws open the door. Apparently they'd come home earlier and the phone wasn't working. It was a corded phone, so if something happened to it, it was not working. But apparently they'd been trying to call me and I hadn't got to it. So like he comes in and he hears me and he's like, "Sarah, what's wrong?" And I was like and he's like, "What?" And I was like, get back. Like, I'm gasping this out. I'm hysterical because, like, if I'm gonna have to die, I don't want my friend to die for me. That would be terrible. That's not a good thing. So anyway, he's like, "What?" So he flips on the light and I look, and like I basically off the bed, tackled him through the doorway. And I was like, we gotta go now. And he's like, what? So, like, I can't explain because, like, I'm hysterical. I can't breathe. I'm, like, gasping and wheezing. Like, I don't even know how those words came out. Like, seriously, because I could not breathe for shit. It was awful. So, I'm like, in the closet. He's in the closet. He's gonna kill us. Basically, only, like, it must have taken quite a while more. There's a car there. So he looks at me and he's like, what are you talking about? And in the closet there was clothing. Like, there wasn't a person there. There was just clothing. And he's like, Sarah, did you get scared by the clothing? And I was like, I swear there was a person in there. So he turned off the light, and yeah, it actually, the way that the light was shining off the metal of whatever was in the closet, like, I think it was like a weird, like, metal studded shirt that was just kind of wrinkled and, like, kind of thrown haphazardly over a hanger. So, like, it wasn't hung like you would normally hang a shirt. So it looked like somebody's eyes, and I guess the window was open and there was like a slight breeze or something, and it moved it to make it look like something was breathing. So yeah, that's how I nearly gave myself a heart attack over a shirt in a closet. Scariest moments of my life.